What shall the speech be spoken of for our excuse, or shall we on without a apology? The date is out of such prolixity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow of lath, scarring the ladies like a crow-keeper, nor no without book prologue faintly spoke after the prompter for our entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure, and be gone. Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have no dancing shoes. With nimble soles, I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings, and soar them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft, to soar with his light feather. I am so bound. I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe, under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it you should you burden love. Too great a passion for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in. A visor for a visor. What care I, what curious eye doth quote deformities? Here are the beetles' brows shall blush for me.
Come knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man be taken him to his legs. A torch for me, let wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I'm proverb with a Granshire phrase, I'll be a candle holder, and look on. The game was near so fair, and I am done.
Tut, done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this reverence of love, wherein thou sticks upon the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay, we waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day. Take our good meaning for our judgment. Sits 5 times in that ear, once in our 5 whist.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis not wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true?
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shapes no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little autonomies, athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spoke, made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider webs, the collars of the moonshire's watery beams, her whip of crooked bones, the lash of film, her wagoneer a small great coat gnat, not so big as a round little worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Time out, mind, the fairy old coachmakers, and in the state she gallops night by night. The lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Oh, courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight. Oh, lawyers' fingers who straight dream of fees. Or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Which of the angry mab with blisters plagues, because their braids of sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er the courtier's nose, and then dreams he's smelling out a suit. And sometimes comes she with a tied pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometime she driven o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he cutting a foreigner's throats, of breaches, ambuscandes, Spanish blades, of heaths fire fathom deep, and then, anon, drum in his ear, at which he starts and wakes. and being thus frightened swears a prayer or two, and then sleeps again. This is very mob that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakers of elf flocks and foul sluttish hares, which ones untangles much misfortune bodies. This is a hag when maids lie of their backs, that presses them and learns them fist to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace, thou talks of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is thin of substance as the air, and more inconsistent than the wind, whose woes, even now the frozen bosom of north, and, being angered, puffs away the hence, turning his face to the dewdrop south.
This wind you talk of blows up from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late. I fear too early, for my mind misgives, some consequence yet hanging in the stars, shall bitterly begin his fearful date. With this night's reveal, and expires the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail on, lusty gentlemen. Drum.